My name is Rainer Fried, and I'm the assistant director on this production. I am responsible for rehearsing the show, for having a sense of oversight about what's needed and what the show needs, what the company needs, and very, very close collaboration with my colleagues. We take the show from city to city and make sure that we uphold the highest standards we can possibly think of to let audiences all over Asia and beyond see the very best version of this show.
Nicely put.
Yeah, very. Okay, my name is Gigi Jee Hyun Noh. I'm from Korea. I'm a resident choreographer for this production, and I will try to maintain the Jillian Lin's choreography in the show. Yeah. There you go.
And you do it very well.
Oh, thank you.
Hi, I'm David Andrews Rogers. Most people just call me Dar, and I'm the musical director and conductor for the show. And my responsibility is maintaining the musical aspects of the show, and that's everything from the orchestra to the cast, the principals, the ensemble, all of our understudies. When we go into a new market like Singapore or Malaysia or wherever we go in the world, my first job is to train the new orchestra. We pick up local musicians in every city, and we're thrilled with the musicians that we have here, and we've spent about a week with them getting them put into our show, and then my chief responsibility then is maintaining the musical integrity of the show for our run here and beyond.
So no need to whip them.
No,
They're so good, right?
They're so extraordinary. It's mainly thanking them.
Yeah.
Okay,
It really
okay.
is.
Considering that the music is so well known, like when did you first actually look at the score?
23 years ago.
Okay.
The local musicians were sent the music a couple of months ago, and they looked at the score for the first time just a little over a week ago.
Yeah. Wow.
And we had our first preview last night, and they were glorious. They really were.
Do you still see new things in the score whenever you come to it again?
Every single night. It's one of the beauties of the show, and one of the beauties of how incredibly well written it is, both in terms of Andrew Lloyd Webber's brilliance, but also in terms of the orchestrations and just the overall design of the show. There are surprises on every page for both the musicians, myself, and for the audience, I hope.
Tell us some of these surprises.
Then I'd be giving away the surprises.
No!
You have to come see the show to hear the surprises.
Call me Gigi.
Gigi. So how did you get into the show? You're from Korea.
Yeah, actually, I used to live in London, and I started the show. I think I'm the first one to be in the show. I joined the company in London 1992. So since then, I have a connection with the choreographer then,
Yeah.
and we did it. When I did it in London, I did it in Korea as well as a Korean production, and also the touring. This is our third world tour,
Yes.
and I started as a Meg Jerry, the first one, and the second time we were here as well in this Marina Bays Sands, and this is my third trip to Singapore
That trip in the Phantom or in other musicals?
with the Phantom.
Yeah.
This is the trip.
So you do lots of Phantom shows.
I've done quite a few production, but not many as Rainer has. But I started in '92.
Do you do a lot of other shows as well? I'm sure
Yes,
you do.
yes. I just recently did Billy Elliot in Korea and Chicago and Cats and.
Do they have to do it in the local languages?
We did, but we also did. I've also worked on Cats as an English production as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are the challenges in doing a show that is so well known all the time?
Well, the challenge is really living up to the expectations, because it's, as you say, almost everyone by now has seen the Phantom of the Opera somewhere. I keep running into people who said, I've seen
that
it in
prop
New
is
York.
all the place. It's not.
Yes, that's right,
Yeah.
that's right. So it's really well known, and people are very particular in what they're expecting of the show. The longer the Phantom journey continues, the higher the expectations are, because people have certain aspects and elements in their heads and memories of it.
So surely you're getting some feedback from somewhere about the show. You're hearing it from somewhere, right? Where do you get this feedback about the show, this expectation?
Many sources. Obviously, nowadays, there's social media, where that plays a big role, and we get a lot of feedback from social media about what people are thinking and expecting, and so we have to be, without catering to it, we have to be aware of it.
Yeah, the show is quite set, right? In where the directions are and where the things are put and sets and everything. So, I mean, considering the feedback that you get, do you all ever consider changing anything at all?
We sometimes make slight changes, basically, or based on cultural differences from country to country. Sometimes I remember I think it was Korea actually. We have seen in the second act where the score momentarily is being thrown on the floor by one of the performers, and another one steps on it, and we were told by the producer that it is in that particular country, and I think it was Korea, right? No, it was Thailand. It was Thailand. It was Bangkok. That culturally it is being seen as something very bad to do, to step on a book.
On a book.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we changed it a little bit to accommodate that that cultural need, and that's easy for us. But
Just curious, do you think 10 years down the line there would be revisions in the way it's going to be put up? You think?
Well, I'm going to just add to
Yes.
what Marina said, because I've been doing the show since '92, and the things have changed since then, of course, as the choreography. But the Gillian changes every city that she goes to, every country that she goes. She changes a little bit, she tweaks a little bit. But she passed away last year. This is the final her choreography.
Right, yeah.
So who's watched the show 7 years ago in this Marina Bays Sands theatre doing Phantom? They'll see that the different version.
Different one, yeah.
Yeah, it's the newest version, and it's more dancing, it's more active, it's slightly different. So whoever's seen the show, they must come back again to see what's the difference.
Yeah, we look forward to it. Yeah,
definitely.
So thank you very much for bringing the show here, and
Thank you
we'll
for
see you tonight.
having us.
Thank you.
We're delighted to be back in Singapore.
Thank
Yes.
you.
Thank
Well,
you very
glad to
much.
welcome you back.
Thank
Thank you.